You know that feeling when you open your inbox on Monday morning and you are hit with 50 or more new emails? If you're spending hours every week just sorting through messages or responding same questions over and over and trying to keep track of follow-ups, well, I have got something for you today, and I am so excited to share this with you. So what if I told you you could set up an AI email agent that you can, anywhere you're at any time, use your phone to just speak to it, and it will create the emails and send them for you. It will add things to your calendar or edit them. It will add to contacts. So today I am going to show you exactly my setup for this using n8n, and it's something that you can set up even if you have never written a line of code in your life. And stay till the end because I'm going to share with you how you can get access to this so that you can easily upload this to your own n8n account.
Where AI meets ambition.
Hey there, I'm Michelle from Meraki AI, and I help small business owners save time and grow faster using AI tools. And when I started my business, you might be like me, I was drowning in admin tasks. And that might be you right now. So my breaking point came when I realized I was spending so much time every day just managing emails. And as a business owner, that's time I could have spent on client work or business growth. So that's when I went and said, I have got to create an AI agent for this to help me deal with this. So that's when I discovered how to use tools like n8n to create custom AI workflows that do the heavy lifting for me. So think of what I'm about to show you as hiring a super efficient virtual assistant who works for you at any time that you need to. You're in the car, you need to send a message, you're out and about, you can take care of it, you can respond to customers almost immediately, and this email agent becomes your first line of defense against inbox overload. So the average professional can receive around 120 emails per day. So even if you spend just 2 minutes on each email, that's 4 hours of your day gone. And let's be honest, as business owners, our time is literally money. So let's get into it. I'm going to show you this personal assistant, this n8n agent that is a workflow automation platform. It lets you connect different apps and services without coding. So think of it as building blocks for business automation. All right, so let's take a look here at this personal assistant. So basically, I'm going to just go over this for the sake of this video. I'm going to show you how this is broken down, and I'm going to tell you at the end of this video how you can actually get this for free, at least for now. I'm offering it free for you in my community. So we're going to take a look. So this is broken up into the main personal assistant, and this is what is connected to my Telegram app. I'm using Telegram because it was easier in terms of connecting it than, let's say, WhatsApp, which is a nightmare. So I have this connected to Telegram. I open my Telegram. I have a certain chat bot that I can open, and then I speak to it. And then based on whatever I say, it's going to take it through this, send it to the actual tools. So based on what this agent decides on the information it gets, it's going to send it to any of the tools that I have attached, and then it will come back and send me the information. And I'm just going to show you what some of the tools look like. So for example, if it realizes that I need an email, it's going to then send it to the email tool. So let me show you what that looks like. And then it comes into this particular tool where this agent takes care of it. The way we break this down is so that you have the overall agent, and then when you have the custom agent for specific tasks, it can actually perform better because it's narrowed down in what it's supposed to do in terms of the prompt that you put in. And so this agent can send emails, reply to emails, label emails. It can create drafts, get emails. So if I just want to check my box, I can ask it, what emails have I gotten today? Get labels, and it can mark emails as unread. Another tools here is my calendar agent. So let's take a look quickly at that. See, calendar agent. And so if I give it a task that has to do with creating something on my calendar, editing something on my calendar, it's going to send it to this agent. And this agent can either update events on my calendar, it can delete events, it can get events, it can create events, and it can create events with an attendee. All right, and then the other tool is the contact agent. So here's the contact agent. And so basically, even if it needs to send an email, it might go here and check the contacts first, and if it needs that contact, and then it will go on to Airtable, which is sort of like Google Sheets on steroids a little bit, and it can get the contacts, or it can add or update contacts. And as I go along, I'm actually can add more tools to this workflow, and that's what ultimately I want to do. Is I've got this going so far, and it's working really great. I'm going to be adding a social media tool to it, and some others I've got in the works, and I will come back and share all of that when I get those made as well. So let's take a look at this overall. I am not going to recreate it, but I do want to go through step by step and just show you what's there. And so the first step, any of these automations, they have to have a trigger. How are they going to start? So basically the trigger here is when I do something in that Telegram. Let me see if I can show you this. So for example, let's see, in my chats, I have one, I've named it. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but I've named it Michelle's I put PA, personal assistant. So anytime I want to interact with it, I'm going to open that up, and that's where I'm going to speak, or I can text if I want. And if you're not sure how to attach any of these, one, I do have another video on connecting APIs, and connecting the Telegram is a little bit more technical. One thing that's great in n8n is, and I've already pulled it up here, is that you can go over here. There's a little icon here, and it'll open up, and you can ask it questions. And here are the step-by-step in how to connect it to Telegram. I'm not going to get into all of it because there is a lot of little steps to it, but basically you're going to connect, you're going to start a chat with something called the bot father. See, and everything is linked in here, and you just kind of follow through this step-by-step. It's not too difficult, but there are different steps involved. So once it's connected to Telegram, right, you connect it to Telegram, trigger on message. That's all you really need to do here. Now, we have something called a switch here because sometimes I will speak and sometimes I will text. So it needs to be able to deal with whichever is coming in. So we have this switch. And here we have if it's a voice file ID or if it's a text one, and we call it the output name text. So it's just, this step is really just to identify, is it voice or is it text? And if it's voice, it's going to send it here. As you can kind of see, maybe this, let's zoom in, see if we can zoom in a little bit here. You can see where this one has been labeled voice based on what I put in here. And if it's voice, it's going to go here. And again, it is connected to Telegram again. It's going to get that file, and then it's going to send it to OpenAI to transcribe it, right? So OpenAI, the resource is an audio. It's going to transcribe a recording. Data is the input data field name, right? And so we can then see where does it send the text. So if it's just a text, it's going to be able to identify that here, and has the text here that's labeled as a string, the JSON message text. So one thing, when I say you don't have to use code, actually, if you get this, I'm going to show you in a moment how you can easily upload this into your own account once you get the file. But if you ever get stuck and you're not quite sure what JSON code you need to put in there, this is where I go to ChatGPT, and it can figure those things out for me. And the next step here is this ultimate assistant. And you can see here that the source is defined below, prompt users. Now, one thing is, as you are testing this workflow, which I guess I have to deactivate it to test it, can you email Kira Anderson, Keara, and just tell her that she's really awesome and I'm thinking of her, and sign it as mom. So you can see that it's coming in. It was a voice message, so it's transcribing it. And by doing this test, we will actually be able, you can kind of see what it's all doing in here. It knows it needs an email, so it's sending it on. It went over to the contact agent already, and it actually is writing the email for me, and it will send it off to email. So in here, I'm getting the message back saying the email has been sent successfully. So now we have some text in here. So now we have an output here, which let's just pin this for now because we put a little pin on here so that it can keep this and we don't have to keep sending the message. And then as we go along, we can see where all of this is coming from. This was a voice message, so that's what this is lit up here. So let's come back over to here. So you can see here, this is text. Basically, that's this pulled right over. If you ever get stuck, you can pull that right over. And this has a prompt in here telling it what it is. So you're an ultimate personal assistant. Your job is to send the user's query to the correct tool. So you're letting know you need to identify what is the correct tool. You should never be writing emails or creating summaries. You just need to call the correct tools. And then it goes through telling it what tools it has. If there's anything related to date or time, it needs to know that as well. So sometimes it can get a little bit confused with that. So we have this right here, this code in here to let it know. This is a JSON code. It's very simple. If you want to put that in there, it looks exactly like that. And that's the output, right? And so basically, then it needs access to a brain. You can use Anthropic, you can use other models. I have here OpenAI, and I think it's pretty good here in terms of most basic things. So we want to have it connected. Again, I have another video about connecting your API key, so I will link that video below if you're not sure, because that is one of the things. Once you get this automation, if you go to my Cree community and get it and upload it, you will need to go through and actually connect things like the OpenAI to your own API. All right. And so we've got the window buffer memory. This is just so that it has some memory in it. It's the easiest one to connect. And you can see here what's going. This is the input. This is the output. And because it decided it needs to send it to the email agent, it connected to the contact agent first. And so each of these tools are pretty much set up the same in terms of in this particular workflow, you want to just let it know what's the agent, call this tool for any contact related actions, and you tell it which tool. So I showed you the tools earlier, and this is where you just say, well, which tool is this one? And so you look in your list of tools. So see, contact agent 2 is the actual tool. So this is the input, that's the output, right? And so I have, if I need any kind of internet searching or calculator, these are just connected in case those tasks ever came up. So this uses this tool to search the internet. Again, this one you will have to go and sign up with it, get the API key, and down below here, you'll see a section where it says API key. So, and then it's going to send off, let's say it went to the contact agent, it got the email address, then it went to the email agent, sent that off. The email agent did its thing and then sent it. It did its thing. It sent the email and then it sends a response back. That will come back to me in the Telegram to let me know what it did. Was it successful or not? So you can see that here. All right. So this is where you can see the email has been successfully sent, right? So all these tools, calendar agent, all call this tool for any calendar action. Calendar Agent 2. The source is the database. So all of these tools are pretty much set up the same way, just letting it know. And again, if you up here, it actually also has, okay, what are these tools? So it knows which tools should it use. So let's find one here. Let's see. For example, the email agent. Use this tool to take action in email. Calendar agent. Use this tool to take action in calendars. So you want to be consistent with your words as well. So let's take a look at, save this. I don't know if I made any changes, but just to be sure. And then the email agent, again, you need to just, when you get it, you'll upload and OpenAI connect it. This is the trigger that says from that, it's going to be executed by another workflow. So it's not an outside trigger. That trigger is being sent from the personal assistant. And then this is where this comes in. Again, it has a prompt here giving information as to what it should do. And we have the OpenAI chat, we need the window buffer, and then we have these different tools because it's all connected to the Gmail account. You'll need to connect each one to it. You'll connect it once, but then you'll be able to see once you have got that credential connected, then you'll be able to just go and choose it. And this one is pretty easy. The thing about the Gmail, though, that is important to note is that you need a professional Gmail account. I seem to remember when I was connecting it, that's what it wanted, was a professional Gmail account. So you can see here, it will bring in the from, the to. This should all be set up already. Append. Yep, all of that set. So each of these, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just telling it, for example, this is an email reply. If you get an email and you say, well, I want to reply to that email, that's task. The operation is different. And that's the only thing that's really, really different is the operation in each of these is different. Okay. So the email agent will decide which one it needs to send to. And if it's successful, is sent here, which will go back to, both of these will go back to the main personal assistant agent. But depending on if it's successful or not, it will let us know. All right. And the calendar. So let's take a look quickly at the contact agent because that's related to the email. So again, most of these are structured the same way. They're going to be triggered by the other workflow. This one is identifying what it exactly does, giving that information to this agent. Here's its brain. This one doesn't really need memory so much because it's really just going and looking at the contacts. So I made this contact sheet here. It's table 1. And you can see Kira Anderson here. I'm not going to share her email and here on YouTube. But if we take a look, so when you upload it, once you connect it to your Airtable, you do need to choose that particular, mine is called Michelle's Contacts. You should be able to see it in a list and choose it and then choose the table. Okay, so that's the only thing really that you would need to edit in here. Same here. You need to also choose, once you have it connected, choose, and you really only need to connect it once. And then once it's connected, all of these, you should be able to see your connection in there. And then you're going to choose the correct Airtable sheet, right? Okay. And last but not least, let's take a look at the calendar agent. So this calendar agent, you can see the structure is the same. It's got the brain. You'll need to connect it. This calendar agent is giving, again, the information that it needs to know what to do. And it needs to know which one of these tools to send to. And so, again, this one is pretty easy. When you connect it, you just connect it to your Google. It doesn't matter if it's a Gmail or your professional account, but you connect it to your Google account. And for example, this one is an update tool. The operation is different here. And then you connect it. You're going to have to connect it to, once you have it connected to your account, you have to choose from the list the calendar that you want to be able to edit this with. So that's the same for all of these. You need to choose, connect it, and then choose the actual calendar. That's the same for all of these. And that's all you really should have to do here. So last but not least, I want to show you how easy it is, if you have the files, how easy it is to actually import those files so that you get this whole entire setup. And then all you need to do is to connect everything. So occasionally, there might be some errors, so you just have to work through those, but in most cases, it should be pretty simple and straightforward. So let's go to create a workflow. And so when you want to import the workflows, you just come up here to the three little dots, import from file, and let's say the calendar agent, let's open, and there you go, you have it all there. And again, you can see here, when it looks like this, when you first upload it, you need to just go through and connect it to your account. You select your account. If it's the first time, you need to connect it. And then once it's connected, right? And so you're just choosing the account. I'm already connected here, so it's already connected. So that's all you need to do to be able to upload that. And there you have it, your own personal assistant that works for you whenever you need it, wherever you are. All you need to do is to talk to your Telegram app, and then it will take care of all of these tasks for you on the go. And it's going to give you back hours of your day while improving your client response time. So don't forget, if you want all of this entire system, all you need to do is find the link below to my free community. And at the time that I'm posting this, it's free still. I don't know with something as extensive as this, if I will keep it free forever, but right now it is for free in my community. So all you need to do is click the link below, join the community, and looking in the learning resources, and you will find this whole entire system for you to upload and get you started with your own personal assistant. If you found this helpful, click that like button and subscribe for more automation tips for small business owners. I release new videos twice a week to help you grow your business smarter, not harder. And for those of you who want personalized help setting this up for your specific business, I offer one-on-one AI success sessions where we can customize the system for your exact needs. Just click the link in the description to book a call. All right, that's it for today. I will see you next time.